Okay, so starting with yesterday, we got to sleep in because it was Sunday, and then we went to, oh, I did an update already while I was there. Well, I don't know what I said because I was not doing well at the moment. But yeah, we went to Hot Springs. McKenna and I got dropped off downtown around like 1 and then didn't get picked up until like 7. And we should have just gone shopping with them because there was not enough to do to spend that much time. I think it was the mix of not having sugar in a long time, and then we had waffles, and that was like all we had. And then got like a taco and chips and salsa, and I was feeling horrible. Like, also like didn't really drink any water yesterday. That was probably the bigger culprit, honestly. Didn't really drink water. So literally when we filmed that was like the start of me feeling really terrible. And then basically we got picked up. The car ride, it's so curvy and hilly and windy, and like I was not doing well. And then I started having a migraine, and literally we got back and I just laid on the couch. I think I maybe fell asleep for like 5 minutes on the couch. And I went to bed and I slept pretty well, and that was that. Today, woke up and we did partner yoga today, which was honestly very fun. Some poses were hard, but I still think it'd be fun for us to try to do like those random poses you see on like Pinterest and stuff and Instagram, and like do like a fun video, but they were like actually leading like a partner yoga session. But that was fun. And then we helped Sunshine make a sweet potato tower thing, and then mulched a little bit, and then I shucked bamboo, and then that was work today. And then we got in the side-by-side and drove like an hour. I didn't realize the place that they were talking about was so far away, but we drove like an hour in the side-by-side to Jack Creek and did cliff jumping, which was very scary and very painful. I don't know that I would do it again, but I'm glad that I did it and I can check it off of my bucket list. But it hurt. Like, I think the one, just like psyching yourself up to jump was a challenge in itself, but then like the high one, so there was like a small, medium, and large, like high jump, and the problem with the high one is it's so high that you're falling for so long that like your body doesn't know what to do. And so like with the first time we went down holding hands, and then I like came in at an angle and it hurt, and my bathing suit top like came up on one side, so not ideal. And then which also, so like the only bathing suit bottoms that I could find while packing, they don't really fit. And so I'm like, I'm wearing shorts because I am afraid that these are gonna come off. And I'm so glad I wore shorts because they would absolutely have come off, because my top that was pretty tight like literally came up. But we came down holding hands, and then we went back up and went individually. And then that time I was like, okay, I gotta stay straight like a pencil because last time it hurt. And I started straight like a pencil, but then like my feet ended up like coming out because you're falling for so long. And I wish I could do like a flip or something, because I feel like that would make it like, then you can focus on the flip and not the fall. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I did it. I was like shaking from adrenaline like after, but we can check it off the bucket list. I don't really want to do that again. Here's the thing. I feel like I don't really have any irrational fears. Like, I'm not afraid of heights at all. Like, I'm not afraid of falling. The fear is that I'm intentionally jumping. And it's like, part of it is like, don't know what's down there. And then the other part is, okay, it's gonna hurt, which it did. And then, yeah, I don't know. Cause like just standing up there looking down, if I wasn't jumping, I'd be like chilling. I'm not scared of like the fact that I'm high up. It was the fact that I was making my body jump off a cliff. And then we came back and showered, and that was the day. Some things. So one, this like astrology app, part of me, I have a tiny little suspicion that maybe it's just like meta and it's not the stars. Because there have been multiple occasions in the last week where it's like we're talking about something and then the next day the like day at a glance or do's and don'ts or whatever relate directly to whatever it was that we were like talking about. So it's like when you mention something and then all of a sudden you get an ad for it, there's a little bit of me that is like, maybe it's just that. But it's fun to believe that it's the universe. But for example, on Friday, I think it was definitely Friday because it was the new moon, I was like telling McKenna the whole Peter saga. If you know, you know. And the next day, I think I took a screenshot, so I'll put it up. But the next day it was, you don't have to sleep with everyone that like tries to sleep with you, something like that. And I was like, that was very relevant to yesterday's conversation. And then on Saturday, we were talking about how we were going to town and we both really wanted waffles. And we were like looking up the like where we could get food and waffles and sweet stuff, and there was a bubble tea bar and like a coffee shop, and we're like, ooh, we're getting this, this, and this. Wake up yesterday and on my don'ts list it said Sugar Rush, and I'm like, okay, well that's rude. So I did get a waffle, but in my head I said I'm only getting a waffle instead of a waffle and bubble tea or matcha or whatever treats, which McKenna did not listen to that advice, and she got a coffee and then she almost died in the bathroom. She was like, I'm gonna throw up, and it was probably from all the sugar. And then she couldn't sleep last night, and she told them at breakfast that she thought it was because she fell asleep in the car, and I'm like, it was for sure the caffeine and all the sugar that you had today. But anyway, my eyes are so red. So we drove in the side-by-side and we wore bandanas because it's literally an hour-long drive on dirt roads in an open vehicle. It was so dusty, it was crazy. But we wore bandanas so that it wouldn't get in our eyes. I don't have sunglasses. I don't wear sunglasses. So I had to wear my actual glasses, and which like helped a lot, but there was a lot of dust that was still getting in, and so I'm like, it hurt. It was a fun day. I'm really hoping that I sleep. Also, I have to go cancel my Oklahoma trip. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not going there. I think that's what I need to do. Let's cancel that, and then I can apply to other places. I just don't know where. Oh, Wormy's gone again. Sorry, Ashley. McKenna and Sunshine trying to find, or like looking this morning, trying to see like where Nate said she was, and she's gone. And apparently yesterday, Nate, while Furball was eating in the shed, decided to go over and like pick up Wormy, and I guess Furball came back and could smell that happened, and she did not like it, and so she moved her, and we once again don't know where Wormy is. So that's unfortunate. Figgy has been hanging out around a little bit, and I've been getting to pet him. So I'm hoping that him and Turkey can chill out. Turkey's a bully. I hate that he's cute because he's so mean. Anyway, that was my update. I need to go sleep. Toodles. My last thing. Okay, this is an angle. I think I'm gaslighting myself into thinking that everything on my legs is bug bites. I think it might be poison ivy. I think I might just be allergic to poison ivy.